I get to there and my chest would expand just enough from that to where I'd be in so much pain that I could never get through the rest of it.
Brutal.
That was terrible.
Ugh. I'm literally like putting myself in that thought right now, and that's brutal.
Because it's not only you dealing with that sensation in your nose, Sean, but then you're dealing with this fucking stabbing, fucking pulling, fucking.
Well, that's literally what I'm imagining.
Too.
Is it like your chest is going one way, your nose is going the other, and it's like you're fucked no matter what happens right now, and that just feels awful. God damn. I know it's not awful, though. The Shedtime Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Shedtime. What is Shedtime, you ask? Well, it's code for the consumption of cannabis, but it's much more than that. Shedtime's a state of mind. It's art, it's music, it's cryptocurrency, technology, it's food, it's vaping. It can be whatever you want it to be, as long as you're not letting the bastards get you down, not being a dick, and making it fun. When you're in the shed, it's whatever your mind allows you to create. So now let's get to the Shedtime Podcast.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is another episode of the Shedtime Podcast, and damn, I'm glad I made that segue. That felt great. I'd almost felt like I'm a professional or some shit. Like, I've done this before, and I'm going to just tell you right now, this is all smoke and fucking mirrors. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just fake it till I make it. And so far, y'all have been loving it, so we appreciate y'all, the Shedheads. If you haven't, like, subscribe, comment, all those things that the YouTubers and all those people tell you to do, we appreciate you. But yeah, I got to say this. I'm very excited that tomorrow, because we are recording this the day before Halloween, tomorrow, Mountain Dew is going to announce what the voodoo flavor actually is. And I think I've made my final decision now.
Oh, yo, I have another one in the fridge. I hope I can taste like solid tomorrow. I'm going to give one more try. And then I'll know if I was right or not.
Like, I kept going like, I still feel like it's a chewy taffy thing. So I was like, all right, maybe it's the strawberry Laffy Taffy. So I bought a strawberry Laffy Taffy.
Nowhere near it.
And the weird thing is like when I ate it, obviously, like it's not going to taste like the voodoo. And that's obviously because the idea is it's Mountain Dew and that flavor. What made me really feel convinced and settled that that's my vote, that's what I think it is, was a burp like 10 minutes later. And that like aftertaste I got, it was one of those moments where I went, I haven't had voodoo in several days. That was definitely just from the candy.
Yeah, I don't taste strawberry Laffy Taffy at all, bro.
I would, like, if you had told me it was like cherry Laffy Taffy, I probably would have believed it more.
I've had someone say that they think it's caramel apple.
Yeah, I heard that as well. And
wow.
That as I said to somebody else, what the hell does that person even know? Like,
yeah, I want to know their baseline because it's fucking probably pretty out there.
Like, the first question I'm going to ask is, have you even tasted it? Or are you just going on some assumption that you heard about from somebody else who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about?
I honestly think it's like white cherry or something. Like, I got more like white cherry or like cherry than I did strawberry. But I could see there being like a strawberry in it. But I had like more cherry vibes than strawberry vibes.
That's wild because the like entire public consensus is that it's a strawberry. They just everyone's got their assumption what it is. The interesting one to me that somebody threw out that I liked was someone said they thought it was an everlasting gobstopper.
Well, there is a bit of that powderiness to it.
And
I could see that more than the Laffy Taffy.
The gobstopper is an interesting one to me because the first time I sipped it, I thought I could taste a hint of grape. And then like I never noticed that grape ever again. Any of the other times I've drank it. But if it's an everlasting gobstopper because it has the layers, it would explain why a lot of people might be picking up strawberry, but you're picking up cherry. And like I said, at one point, I really thought I could taste grape in it. I thought there was like a strawberry grape thing going on. And that, on those first initial sips, made me think, could this be like the mix of the strawberry and grape nerds? But I've never picked up on that grape note since.
Well, I have one in the fridge. And you know what? I probably won't even find out what it is until, oh no, I'll probably find out on Friday. Okay. So as long as, which is 2 days from now, I feel like I'm going to be at good tasting levels by Friday. I can still taste now. It's just not ideal.
I'm sort of like hoping that it's something wild that nobody was picking up on. And they're like, oh yeah, it's a fucking, blah, 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 blah. And we're all like, that was out of left field. Like, I think that would be fucking really interesting.
Dude, is there a cherry sweet tart? There is, right?
There is.
Yeah.
Imagine that's what it ends up being.
Part of me wishes I had one right now, dude.
Me
Like,
too.
what about Swedish fish, Sean? Do you think Swedish fish?
They've already done it.
Did they?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that was one of their original flavors.
Because that was the only thing that could maybe give me that like strawberry and cherry vibe.
I'm looking it up right now so I can find a list of what they all were. All right, so Voodoo number 1 in 2019 was Fruity Pebbles cereal. Voodoo 2 in 2020 was Gummy Bears with a cream base. Number 3 was Blue Raspberry Blow Pop. 2022's was Grapefruit Flavored Sour Patch Kid.
Yo, that was probably good.
And that's as far as this list has. So let's see if I can get all of them. Oh, I'm sure here.
What was the one from last year?
That's what I'm trying to see. This is a more complete list here.
This year's is way better than last year's.
So we left off on the sour candy. 5.0 was a cherry airhead. And now we have 6, the unrevealed mystery flavor. So that's part of why I'm not thinking that there's anything cherry going on.
Oh, I mean,
like I said, like we had talked about prior, not here on the podcast, I kind of almost imagine that you pick up on cherry because your palate is more trained to look for these different notes than like me. So I think you're picking up on some cherry that's there, but I think it was there to boost flavors that other people are tasting. You know what I mean? Like the way that I put tangerine behind mango to make the mango stand out and pop. Same we might be doing here, where we're putting some cherry behind the strawberry to try to make the strawberry pop more.
But like, what strawberry candies are there?
I mean,
that are like big time fucking candies.
There's quite a few.
I say we've named quite a few. Theoretically, it could be just a strawberry hard candy, which I don't think it is because it doesn't taste anything to me like those strawberry hard candies that everybody's grandma had.
Those things fucking rock.
Let me ask you this as we're switching gear here real quick on that subject. When you were a kid, do you remember them having like a liquid filling?
They do.
Because I don't remember that as a kid.
Yeah, dude.
But that's my experience now.
Like almost like a jelly filling in them.
What?
Those candies that where they're like hard candies that
thing with
the screen? Exactly.
Yeah, there's a Chewy Center.
I do not remember them being that soft center.
Dude, that's actually like what made them
a
fire candy.
Exactly, dude. Bro. That's what I used to fucking love, bro.
Yeah, dude, I fucked with them heavy just because of that.
Exactly. And no one else in my family liked them, so I fucking smashed them, dude.
Yeah, I feel like I only remember them being completely solid all the way through. I don't
There
know.
may
If,
have
like,
been
just remember it,
variations,
bro.
but the ones
Yeah, I was
that I
gonna say-
always remember having were always fucking.
is it,
filled.
maybe that's it. Like my grandma, or whatever, just only bought the full hard candy, not the one with the soft center. Because that soft center
it
is
come-
banging.
But did it come with the same packaging? 'Cause
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
still-
had one that was a hard candy ever that was in that packaging. It was always that hard candy with like 30% of the middle is like this like sort of jelly,
Yeah,
but it's like kind of liquid also. I don't even
It was
know how
it was
it's-
always that like foil packaging that made it look like a strawberry. Red on the bottom,
I
green on
feel
the
like
top.
I feel like
Here's the
it-
thing.
the ones you ate had them, you're just forgetting.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
I don't remember them ever having a soft center. That doesn't mean they didn't.
Yeah.
100% does not mean that they didn't have it. I feel this is like, I guess, like Mandela affected my own personal life, right? Like, I could swear that they weren't soft in the middle.
Very
But
good, though.
we've, time and time again, history has shown us that you can witness something happen in front of you and not give the full detail of what happened back to somebody right after it happened. So 30 plus years later, I'm not surprised I don't remember specific detail of the candy. I just remember Grandma having a
And
bowl of them.
it wasn't like a fire candy that you grab like a small pack, like a serving pack in the store. Like it was like you got it at bulk food stores and like the grocery store from like the bulk section.
Yeah, or you
I
getting
don't
like
ever
a
remember it
big
being-
bag of mixed candy. It was like peppermints, butterscotch, and fucking strawberries or some shit. Just like whatever.
I see them mostly here around the like dollar stores, like Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, probably Dollar General too. I would imagine would carry them in their candy section here.
Yeah, it's like kind of like this like ghetto respected candy.
Well, I get it. I think it's because like we all have that memory. That is like a universally held
Grandma
memory.
candy, dude.
Like exactly, grandma
There's
or an
another one
aunt.
that was like caramel hard candy, like or something. It had like chocolate on the
Werther's?
inside. Nah, it was not as good as a Werther's, but it had like this like hazelnut, almost like Nutella on the inside.
I remember those.
They're like butterscotch or something candies with like this like chocolatey
I
cream on the inside.
I vaguely remember something like that.
I
Was
can't
it
remember what they're called.
was it more square shaped than round?
It might have been like more rectangle shape.
Yeah, like that's
Like
what I mean. Like
rounded
more square
corners.
shaped than say like an oval shape,
Yeah, it wasn't like a full circle. No.
not like cough drop shaped or like those candies from the strawberries. Like those were more like oval egg shape. Right, like-
barrels.
Yeah, I feel
These
like it
might
was
have
more
been
of-
like a bit bigger. I can't even remember, dude. Honestly, I wish I could.
yeah, like you're saying it, and I
They're
vaguely
alright.
remember seeing something.
You guys ever have the raspberry ones
No.
where it's like the strawberries, but they're like raspberry flavored and they're
No
shaped
fucking
slightly
way.
different? Yeah, dude,
I never
Dude.
had that.
they're pretty fire.
There. Hold on. There used to be. I remember getting.
Because you
they were,
would get them in
basically
like
bunch of
it'd be like a
strawberries,
it'd be like a
and it'd be a
variation
mixed
pack.
bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And they're like white, and then they had a picture of the fruit on there. That's how it was for me. There was like pear.
Yeah, and then there's just different flavors, but some of
Yeah.
them are even different shapes. Like some of them were shaped like raspberries, so they had like the 4 or 5 like little dots that would make up like a, you know what I mean, like pressed into like each side.
These jammies right here.
Yeah,
Come on, focus.
exactly those.
Yep. I do remember these ones. And those were fucking bangers when I was a kid. And that's straight up some bulk that you can buy on Amazon. You could buy a 1 pound bag. You can buy 5 1 pound packs. Or no, 5 small packs that are 1 pound. I don't know how that's trying to explain that. That's weird.
Oh, dude, have you guys ever like bought the big kids, the Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah. Can you show me how big one is? I've
Dude.
never seen them before.
I've only gotten them like at Halloween. Like some people would give them out at Halloween and it'd just be like one giant Sour Patch Kid.
Oh dang, dude. That's like half your finger, huh?
Yeah, that's huge, dude. It's kind of like bent over, but
So that's bigger than a normal, but not as big as the one I'm thinking of for Halloween.
mm-hmm. Hey, I wish I had something I could show you in comparison. Well, you know what a 100 ml bottle looks like.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Like that's significantly taller than I thought when you were just
It's
showing.
honestly, it's like 3 Sour Patch Kids in one.
Oh, dude, as you say that, you're eating a green, which was my favorite, and I just imagine
I did that on
3
purpose.
greens. Oh,
I did that on purpose, Chris.
You motherfucker.
If you notice, the first one I ate was red, which is my favorite. Oh, yeah.
Sour Patch Kids are glorious.
They're dangerous, though, dude. Because then you start fucking mowing them down, and next thing you know, your fucking mouth hurts.
I
All this citric acid on them.
was going to say, I'm willing to wager that the Sour Patch Kids of my childhood and young adulthood and early adulthood, all of my adult life of eating Sour Patch Kids have contributed to much of my dental problems through life.
Oh, for sure. For sure, dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I'm
confident of that.
Always, like, I'm not even going to put a date or a timeline on it, because even still to this day, like, I have always had a really bad sweet tooth, bro. Always loved the sweets. Crave them. Can't live without them. Like the other day, I have some of those trolleys, some Sour Patch Kids, like one of those like fucking like 3-pound bags or whatever of like the mixed fucking mini like Mars bars. So it's like Snickers, Milky Way, Three Musketeers, and Twix, like all the little tiny ones that are all individually wrapped, you know, that you hand out. I have one of those, a bag of those in my mini fridge. And then yesterday, I stopped and I fucking grabbed even more candy, and I grabbed those fucking watermelon rings, bro. Just like the fucking generic 7-Eleven brand ones, dude. I don't know what it is about those fucking watermelon rings, bro, but they fucking smack, dude. So hard.
I understand the weirdness of getting like candy from a spot like that too, and it being that good for like a generic one.
They just
like
smack, bro.
When I go like this time of year, now that we're getting into the colder months, now I need to start running the pellet stove. I often buy pellets from my local Tractor Supply company location. And Tractor Supply has a bunch of just generic, like old-fashioned gummy candies and stuff bagged in their own generic white label bags. And the Coke bottles that they sell are ludicrously good.
Dude, I bought a bag of the like gummy Coke bottles at Costco last time I was there, dude, and they are fucking dumb good, bro. I don't know what brand they are or what. I'm usually not like a Coke candy guy really too much. Like, I don't mind the Coke bottle caps, but like it's not like my go-to. But dude, my mom bought a bag of them and like had them like out in like a fucking candy jar or whatever. Dude, and I was just grabbing handfuls of these things, bro, and just fucking housing them.
Like it's wild to me because like I've always liked them, but it's not like my first choice. But I often will grab them, you know, here and there. And ever since we did the foreign candy episode and we tried that like sour cola strip, it was one of those like, yo,
That shit was actually good.
yeah, like this flavor when done right hits pretty hard. I kind of want to try some others. So that's like if I see an oddball like white label brand or something like that, I'm down to try it because at the very least, they're probably buying the Haribo one and repackaging it and selling it to me for an extra $1 a bag. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, when it comes to gummy bears, bro, if they've got the Albanese ones, dude, that's all I buy. Those are my go-to gummy bears, bro. I just love the flavors, dude. The flavors are so on point, and they've got this mango one. Oh,
yes.
So
did they have like
good.
Haribo when you guys were kids?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like that's
so weird. They were never around here until I was like into my 20s.
Like to me, growing up, like that was the OG gummy bear. If you wanted it, like I didn't have the wild selection that we have now. When I was a kid, I just had the gold bags for the just a mix of regular gummy bears.
That's what just when I thought gummy bears, that's what I imagined in my head.
But that was it. Like if you said gummy bears, it was a gold bag of Haribo, and anything else was second. It was the cheap bulk brands and stuff like that.
The Black Forest ones are pretty fire.
Dude, those Black Forest slap.
They're pretty good.
Again, flavors are really on point on that brand as well.
You can win me over with a gummy if you've got some solid fucking flavors, dude.
Dude, I don't like. Okay, they're European,
even if it's not my favorite consistency, like, dude, that's the only thing about Haribos that I'm not like super into.
I gotta find out where they're from.
Is, dude, after eating like, I don't know, about like 10 of them, dude, your fucking jaw hurts, bro.
That's what I like about them.
Because you're fucking working them, too. And then when I was a kid, dude, I was even crazier, and I used to always get gummy bears on, like, my ice cream and shit, which would make them even harder, dude. So it was like fucking chewing on rocks.
I used to love that shit when I was a kid.
I don't know. Yeah, I just loved it, dude. It was, like, my favorite. I would even do it, Sean, and the only ice cream I'd get for, like, years as, like, I don't know, probably, like, from, like, 11 to, like, 15 was mint and chip. And I'd still get gummy bears on that shit, dude.
Are you familiar with the Friendlies brand? Or is it just a New England thing? Okay, it's just a New England thing. That's what I thought. So they got a chain of restaurants and they make their own ice cream and stuff. And what made them really big back in the like 80s and early to mid 90s really was the fact that aside from the fact that you had these, wonderful ice cream options to go for dessert with your meal, every kid's meal came with the sundae at the end from these people. So, like, as a kid growing up, we'd go to Friendlies maybe once every couple of months as, like, a family dinner on a Friday night or something. And, dude, every time, sundae, what's your topping? Gummy bear. Gummy bears and chocolate sauce. Why is that so good? I don't know, but it slaps.
I was never a huge sundae guy, really. And dude, if I did get a sundae, I loved a butterscotch sundae, bro.
Dude, if I got a sundae, I'd never put candy on it ever, but I'd put nuts. That's it. Nuts and like
on a sundae, I wouldn't put candy on too much.
Even just with ice cream, I would never fuck.
But like,
candy.
you go to Baskin Robbins and get like a scoop, and then you can add your toppings or whatever, bro. Yeah, dude, gummy it up, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's not. Those things don't mix for me.
Oh, what about the Jimmy's, kid?
Sprinkles?
I was never a big sprinkle guy on anything, really.
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe donuts.
So,
yeah, like
a sprinkled donut
nice
from time to time, dude.
Like the rainbow sprinkle one.
Yeah. Like with the.
I don't like the chocolate sprinkled ones.
Are you a pink chocolate or white frosting guy for your sprinkled donut?
I normally only get white, so they're fine, and I like them, so I'll just stick with white.
I can go with any of them, really.
I'm pretty sure I probably could also, if given the opportunity.
Are you a cake or a fried donut guy?
I'm kind of in between because like I really do love both.
Yeah, dude. It's tough, dude.
Dude, having like a good fresh Boston cream, that's fire. But give me a glazed sour cream donut, I'll fuck with that so hard.
That's what I'm saying. Like, for me, it's like, I'm guessing they might be like a similar thing because I think they're just like made similar. I don't know if they use sour cream. They may. I don't know. They're just called old fashions out here, and it's they have like a similar look to like your sour cream donuts, almost like a buttermilk donut. But they're more cakey and like dense. of a donut, but dude, they're so fucking fire. But dude, I also love like a good like, like fried like glaze where it's nice and airy and just big and you take a just nice bite out. Oh yeah, dude. I just love donuts in general, bro, to be honest.
Dude, I haven't had
Donuts
a
are
donut
like
for
one of my
over a
favorite.
month, for sure.
I'll go and buy a dozen, bro, and eat them all myself. Easy. And feel real bad about it afterwards, but while I'm doing it, dude, I'm just in it. I'll eat 3 at one in a sitting each time. No doubt.
Just 4 times.
Dude,
See,
exactly.
we don't have enough like good donut places in my area.
Dude, there's only one that I love, Sean, and I don't go that often because that's what reason why I haven't had donuts in a while. 'Cause it's on the complete opposite end of town, and I don't go over there that much anymore. So it's like I don't think about going there unless I'm over on that edge of town, or I'm just like, I just really want fucking donuts, and I'll drive fucking 15, 20 minutes across town to go pick up some donuts and then come back.
Like I have to at least go the next town over to be able to go to like a just small donut shop, and like they're all right, but they're not like ones that like I think are worth
Mom and
writing
pop, bro.
about,
You gotta go mom pop.
you know. Well, that's what it is. Like they're called Dandy Donuts. They're a one-off little mom and pop, but like they're fine. They're not.
Mine's called Hole in One. And let me tell you what, it is a hole in one, bro.
Like there's a spot. If I wanted to travel 3-4 towns away, there's a spot up there that like I can't remember the name of the place anymore, but that I would travel there. And like if I'm in the area to do other business, I'm stopping in. I'm grabbing donuts.
And let's I want to put this out there too. We don't have to do all this fucking craziness with fucking donuts where you're putting 3 different kinds of toppings and shit on top of your fucking donuts and stuff. Just fucking leave the donuts alone, man. You know what I mean? Like, I know you guys see these crazy specialty donut shops where they're doing all this like fucking cereal crumbles on top of shit, drizzled with that, loaded with this and that. I just like, fuck, dude. It's too complicated.
They can do that.
I'm saying
I can enjoy those.
I'm really into that.
I'm not
actually
into, like
I'm not
spending
dude.
$25 on getting a dozen. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'll get one of those donuts.
See,
I just always feel like it's too much, dude.
I look at it like
sometimes
this.
it might be, but
That's
I've
the
never
point of
had
it,
ones that
though.
were like way too much. Personally, I don't search for
That's the point of it, though, right? Like you can go to a Dunkin's or a Krispy Kreme or a Timmy's, right? And you could get regular donuts, and they're good every day of the week. You know what I mean? They serve a purpose.
I hate
Those
Krispy Kreme,
places
by the way.
are for when the donut is about indulgence. You know, it's like you're not supposed to come there and be
dude,
a
that's when you
regular
go-
every
That's when you go
day.
to your hole-in-wall donut shop and just get yourself some really good, high-quality standard donuts and just have yourself, like I said, half the box. You know what I mean? To yourself and just go all out. Because
yeah, like the places like that are for like gluttony, but there's
Okay.
other places you can go for like enjoying it.
Yeah,
and
I know,
one
I
donut
just-
is everything.
I'm just
You know
kind
what
of
I'm saying?
snobby when it comes to my donuts, bro. And I keep it simple, man. You know what I mean? Maybe like 1 or 2 things going on, and that's good.
Oh man, classic donuts done well, or
Yeah,
honestly,
I just feel like you
I don't
can't
know if
get
they
much
can be
better
really
than that.
beat.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
agree. But
But
I also do like the artistry,
Other-
and, like the creation of them. Like I like that part too.
another hot
It's the
take
same
on
with
donuts,
cookies,
though.
right? Like you got to have the crumble cookies in those places as much
I
as
don't
you're gonna
even
have like
those
voodoo
that much
donuts and
either.
all them. So that way, other places that make just a superior classic get to shine for what they do best.
Another hot take though. Don't really like Krispy Kreme. I don't
Krispy Kreme
know
donuts,
why I
like,
said
on the
don't really. I just
overall-
don't like them.
Like I would say that they're like just whatever. I will say that
There's
like, they're,
nothing
like,
to them, bro.
Dips donuts or whatever, like the ones that like really got them more famous. Not because I'm talking about like all of their donuts.
I have
Like,
only
ones that are
ever
even,
had like their
remotely worth
glaze
it
or like their
is
chocolate.
glazed.
Dude,
They're
I
the
don't
best
even think-
donuts they even have.
Yeah, and I don't even like those at all.
But dude, those you just like they make them to crush. Like
You
when
know,
you get them and they're warm,
dude, you know what
eat
they
one,
taste
it feels
like,
like you
bro?
ate like not even half.
10.
No, it doesn't even feel like you ate half one.
Makes
You
me
can
feel
eat
like I've
three
eaten
and you're
10
like, oh
because,
man, all right.
dude, I feel like I'm just eating sugar with that because they're so small and so thin that like I feel like it's all glaze and no donut. And I just don't like them, dude. I don't know what it is about them. I think I probably just said what it is, and that's probably, I know what
I
it
mean,
is. But
I know this, like,
I just don't like them, dude.
out on the East Coast, I totally get why it's such a huge deal. Because again, this is a land where Dunkin's reign supreme. So a place that can come and do something that is clearly superior to a Dunkin' Donuts classic glazed, that blows people's minds. Like, you go buy a Dunkin's glazed at, say, 10 in the morning, that thing's already dried out and crusty. It's unappealing looking. You buy that same Krispy Kreme at that hour, you can't because it was already sold
'cause they're
fucking
always-
4 hours ago.
Yeah, they're always freshly made, which is
You
cool.
know?
And I do like that aspect about it is cool because there is something good about just a nice, fresh, hot donut right off the fucking,
Yeah,
the
dude, when
line
that
or
red
whatever.
light is on, baby.
But dude, if I could get that and just get it from the hole-in-one donut shop on my pad and just go there and get fresh donuts every time, I just do that, dude.
And that's where I agree too. Like, that's where we need
even
more
then,
mom and
dude.
pop
Even if they're
joints.
not fresh, bro, that's the problem. Is even ones that are probably been sitting in that case all fucking day. Because, dude, I'll go late at night sometimes. Any hours of the day, and I'll get donuts, and it doesn't matter what hour of the day I go. They're all delicious. They're all fire, and they're even good the next day.
Those are places using high quality ingredients. You know what I mean? Like, that's the
They're
good
so
flour.
fucking good,
It's the
dude.
good cocoa.
I could go for a nice chocolate bar, chocolate eclair, whatever you guys call it, or a fucking what we call a glazed twist, which is where they pretty much take that same dough and just like twist it into like a fucking spiral thing, and then fry it up, and then fucking glaze that whole bitch.
Yeah,
like a glazed
cinnamon
chocolate
twist
cruller.
without it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
so fire, dude. With a big old glass of milk to dip it in.
When it comes to the donut stick type variety, not a fan of the chocolate. Not really a fan of the chocolate cake donut, period.
Dude, I actually will fuck with like a fucking chocolate walnut crunch for sure.
No, I'm out
Oh.
on that. I don't
It's not like my favorite like cruller, but I will definitely fuck with that.
All right, so on the subject of donuts, controversial one, the butternut or butter crunch donut.
What's that?
What is that?
Oh, you guys have never at least experienced one? Because like even Hostess does like the butter crunch or the crunch donut is what they call it.
Oh, I don't like that. I like a crumb, but not a crunch. I
Is
don't
it
know
like-
if that's different.
Well, because like the butternut and all that is usually like it's not coconut, but it has the like
Well, yeah. Then if it's like that, then I'm obviously
it's got like
out.
it's got a crunch to it. It's so hard to explain to somebody who's never tasted it, or you know what I mean. But like,
Yeah, I wouldn't do that obviously because if it's got a coconut flavor to it, I wouldn't do it. But the crumb donut's nice because that what it is it's pretty much like all the crumbs and stuff from other donuts, as well as like cinnamon sugar and shit. That like you glaze a donut and then you fucking roll it around in this shit cinnamon sugar crumb dust stuff. And dude, they are fire.
yeah. So like, this is the Dunkin' Donuts butternut donut. It's not actually coconut, but like that's just the only thing I can even remotely come up with to describe what
Is
it's
that like
kind
little
of like.
peanuts on it? I've had ones that were like a chocolate donut that were like covered in peanuts.
Yeah, like it's
Is it-
not a.
Is butternut a type of nut, maybe?
Well, I know there's a butternut squash. That's where my mind is only. I can't get past that.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm thinking too.
Yeah, it's like my memory is literally saying everything else move, only butternut squash. That's it.
That's hysterical that the Google AI doesn't know about the butternut donut, but when you look at a Google image search, you could find all the pictures of actual butternut donuts and butternut munchkins.
I wonder if it's just like they put like a butter something on it and then dip it in peanuts.
My wife was just telling me what the ingredients actually were because it technically is a food allergen. It has an actual nut in it, and I can't remember what it is. And so I'm trying to see if I could track it down. So I'm actually looking at
Hazelnut?
No, it's not a hazelnut. I want to say almond.
What about these nuts?
Hey, got him!
Got him!
Do you guys like Dutchies?
That's
What's that?
Blunt. That's the only Dutchie I know.
Oh, okay. So
That's the Dutchie to the
maybe it's
left-hand
the
side.
Canadian donut. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure neither one of you guys are gonna fuck with it. It's like a square donut that's like a fritter kind of like style batter, I guess, but it's got raisins and cinnamon.
I would fuck with it.
I'll give it a try.
And then it's
but
glazed. And then it's glazed after. So it's like cinnamon and raisin, and then it's glazed.
I would try it because dude, you guys ever do the fucking
really not that
cinnamon
bad.
raisin bread, bro, that you get in the loaf?
Oh, I love that
Fucking-
shit.
Oh, dude, that
Dude,
shit
my
used to
father
be fire
used
as
to
a
love
kid.
that shit.
Fuck, there's something I was going to talk about that you reminded me of, Chris, and now I'm forgetting.
And I just figured it out, and it actually is a toasted coconut. So it's like it's sugar, coconut, yellow corn flour, caramel color, and then BHT, which is an antioxidant. But yeah,
I would
that's
fuck with that donut.
I
Like-
wouldn't at all.
I love them. Like I would never buy the like plain shaved white coconut shavings on the donut. That's not for me. But I do love this butternut donut. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, it's like a toasted coconut.
Yeah, like it
Donut
just
kind of
because
vibes.
because of that and like the brown shit, they use like a denser old fashioned style cake donut, so it's got like lots of brown sugar and stuff in the actual dough. It all vibes so well, and like it's for anybody who's ever eaten the crunch donut from Hostess, that's pretty much what this is, but this is way drier than the crunch donut.
Is there like glaze underneath?
Yep.
Is that what's like holding that
Yep.
on? Okay. Yeah, I'd
Got
fuck
it.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll fuck with like a good toasted coconut donut, chocolate, or like regular.
I've never even seen the one that's chocolate, but they do exist.
Oh yeah, they do up here.
Like there are Dunkin's places who do them. I just even saw Munchkins done that way.
dude. There's nothing wrong with a good old donut hole too, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, man.
See, donut hole with the sprinkles, I'm with.
Yeah, I'll fuck
Dude.
with I'll fuck
The
with
whole donut with the sprinkles,
Dude,
I'm out on.
and I'm pretty much
Oh,
down
no.
for any kind of donut hole, really, too.
Dude, there's some fire ones. You ever had the cherry chip ones?
What?
Cherry chip ones.
Nobody makes something like that around here. That sounds
What?
delicious.
Don't even know what the hell that is, dude.
Dude, it's like you ever had like a cherry chip cruller?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say it's like the same thing. Have you ever had like the cherry chip like Duncan Hines cake mix?
Can't
Nope.
say I've ever seen that either.
I don't know what cherry chip is,
Yeah.
other than maybe an ice cream.
Okay, well, first of all, you guys need to do that. Also, secondly, shout out to my mom because every year on Valentine's Day, my mom would have that cake, and we would have it for like dessert that night at dinner time. And she would make a heart-shaped cherry chip cake with icing, and it was fire. But yeah, so that's basically what these. They also have like Timbits or donut holes or whatever it happens to be. Yeah, they make those. Dude, they make blueberry ones. They're fire.
We get
Like so many, dude.
like Dunkin's does a blueberry cake donut, and honestly, like I'm not a big Dunkin' fan at all. I think the donuts are pretty garbage now, especially now. Like a lot of these bakeries, whatever they're doing, it's not it. It's not.
I'll say that like Dunkin' Donuts, when it comes to just donut shops, their donuts are mid. I would not say that they're trash, but I would definitely not say that they're good.
So here's the thing. Here, where I am, they are absolute trash.
Dude, I was there like last year. What it wasn't that bad. It's still a fucking donut.
We'll get you some of the trash ones when you're here this time because they're not coming from the same bakery anymore.
Okay.
That's the problem. Whatever this bakery around here is doing, it's absolute trash. I think part of the big problem is that they're shipping them an hour after being
See, and that's the problem,
racked.
dude.
So
And
that's your
why-
first issue.
And
But
that's why the mom and pop shops are so much better, bro, because they're baked in house, man.
You guys are making me want to open up a donut shop.
Let's do it, Chris. Let's do it. Shedtime Donuts.
dude, I'm here for it. James is 100% in charge of classic donuts. He's going to make sure.
I'll get the
Just, like,
standards,
have
bro.
Shedtime donuts, and like there are like fucking Shedtime items on the menu. That'd be honestly, that'd be dope as fuck.
Dude, we can infuse them.
Yeah, in the right places. Yes. Infused donuts. Let's fucking go.
Imagine that, waking up to eat a donut. They're going to put you back to sleep.
Oh my goodness. I love this idea. Terpene infused donut. Take that blueberry cake donut to a whole new level.
A little blue dream in it.
Like, you could get some myrcene in there and make it like nice and like dark blueberry flavor come out of it. Holy shit. Similarly, anything you did with mango, add the myrcene.
I'm not a big fruit donut guy, though, either. I'm not a big filled donut guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I love a good filled donut. Oh, man.
Not much of a jelly, not much of a cream.
Dude, an apple cinnamon filled, cinnamon dusted. Oh,
Yeah, like
a good one of those. I
I'm not
love
super into apple fritters, really, either.
Apple fritters are weird, man.
They're hit or miss for me.
Yeah, like some places, like once again, we go to the mom and pop, right? Like mass-produced fritters aren't it. The mom and pop ones.
I'll get for my dad at the donut shop, Sean, is literally the size of my face.
Yeah, it used to be a place.
And it's like fucking like that.
Close to where I used to
dude.
live, and they had like fucking. They were, I don't know. I would say they were easy, like 6-inch, maybe even a touch bigger than 6 inches. They're probably like 2.5 inches thick. They had like blueberry fritters, raspberry fritters, strawberry fritters. They're like the fritter place. All they made was fritters and butter tarts. That's all they made, and they would be fucking packed every weekend. Like they probably do like $3,000-$4,000 every Saturday just by people rolling in there, because it was like kind of on the way to people's like cottages or cabins, if you will. And so people would just like, that would be part of their like ritual. They'd go to the cottage, they would get fucking fritters and butter tarts, and then they'd go, you know what I mean?
Warm them up at the cottage and eat them in the next morning.
Yeah, honestly, like the fritters were good, but I didn't like, I don't know, there was like better donuts that were basically the same distance away. They're just like cream donuts, like where they'd have like a glazed donut, and it would be like cut in half, and then it'd be like all cream filling, and like they had like all sorts of fancy donuts and shit there. Like
I want to see more places
super
do
fancy, but like fancy enough.
I haven't had too many tarts. Now I'm thinking about it either. Just because you
The
brought up
tarts
the butter
are
tarts.
fire.
I've had like a couple, but
What defines a tart? Is a tart just like a pastry with just like a little bit of like filling inside?
Like a miniature pie, Sean.
Like a little hand pie?
yeah,
basically.
pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like a butter tart.
No, like that term is not
pretty
something
much
I'm
like it's like
familiar
a
with.
piece of pie, Sean, but like almost like without it being shaped like a pie. It's
Yeah,
almost
I
like
don't
a
know
little
what a butter tart is, bro.
It's like a little square that's got like maybe like a couple layers depending on what kind of tart it is, and then it's like got like
So-
some sort of like
When I hear tart, this is what comes to mind. This is not something you're buying in a donut shop.
Oh yeah.
No, dude,
This is the tart I know. So I'm like, just pastry tart?
Nah. That's not a tart to me. Just type in butter tart. Or a custard tart. There'll be like butter tarts, custard tarts. There'll be like ones that have like little bits of cake on the inside, and then there'll be custard, and then like a strawberry glaze on top. There's like all sorts of fucking tarts.
Yeah, I don't know what people would call this.
I don't know what world I'm living in right now. I'm fucking tripping out.
We wouldn't be calling that a tart.
What the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, right? I Google this. Place of origin of the butter tart is Canada. So I'm not surprised that I'm way less aware of this product.
Dude, okay, I gotta tell you this right now, Sean. Your world was just opened up wide. If you've never ate a fucking butter tart,
I've never had one.
I mean,
I've honestly never heard of a butter tart until you said it, but I've heard of tarts.
This honestly feels like a dream to me. Or a nightmare. One of the two. That is crazy to me. I think both of you guys would fuck heavy with a fucking butter tart.
So, according to the recipe barrel, butter tarts are small dessert tarts that are made up of buttery, flaky pastry shells filled with a rich, gooey, syrupy brown sugar filling and, depending on your tastes, raisins.
I'll do that without the raisins.
You can do that with. They'll do.
So like that's pecans. What they're showing as an example of butter tarts. They're just like little tiny hand pies.
Well,
I mean, that looks fire.
They're made in a tart tray.
So like we would just call that like, muffin cups.
Okay, well, either way, I'm gonna have to. Maybe I'll just learn how to make them, and then I'll just bring some.
I mean, it's a pretty easy thing from what I'm reading, and this is literally talking about like making your own dough for your shells to make your paste. Making your own pastry for your dough shells too.
I know, but this, you know what it is? You know what butter tarts are like? There's a lot of
Chris.
mid butter tarts out there. But to make good butter tarts, I think that there's some preference there. Like, I like a good butter tart that when you bite it, if you're holding it flat, it starts to dribble out. So you gotta you eat it with like that slight cock, like it's like in your hand like this. So you eat it from here, and so you're kind of holding it in there. And it's fucking amazing. Sometimes you'll get like crystallized sugar on the inside. Oh, so fucking good, dude.
According to this, they're saying the filling consists of brown sugar, golden corn syrup, and white vinegar, butter, eggs, vanilla extract, and raisins or pecans as an option. So basically, this filling is more or less like a pecan pie.
It's similar to a pecan pie. Yeah.
Oh, then I'd be out.
Yeah, so butter tarts and pecan pies are similar ingredients. Obviously, they just have a few key differences.
Yeah, honestly, also, if you ate like a full-size butter tart, like the size of a pie, and you ate like a slice of it, that'd be way too much.
Oh, yeah, you like
way too much. Like, you couldn't eat a slice of it like you can eat a slice of pecan pie. No way.
Still be out. I don't even like a bite of pecan pie.
But what about it don't you like? Is it
the flavor?
The flavor. Okay, I think you could at least try it, but you might not like it. I would not say it's like just like the pie. Personally.
It's like the
there's like a jelliness to like pies, and that's not in a good butter tart. That's not there. That's like a shit butter tart.
Yeah, it'd still probably be out.
Okay, so now I'm seeing one that's a lot like what Chris is talking about, where like it actually is a little bit more liquid inside. So this sounds like what you've been describing then.
Yeah, closer to that. Yeah.
Yeah, that would just be like a filled muffin, basically, from this version that I'm looking at.
I'm sure the dough and
Oh,
consistency
it's
is
totally different, you know,
Yeah.
because it's more of a pastry dough. But yeah, this like when I've had as a tart, as like a mincemeat tart, as an example, is something that I've had in my life. It looks nothing like that. It's like almost like a dessert empanada. It's like pie dough that was just folded over, crimped around the edge, baked in the oven. It's delicious.
Yeah, see, like up here, mincemeat would be like the pie, and then there would still be a top.
Oh yeah, like this, you could do a mincemeat pie. Like that's totally common too. But like I've had a lot of mincemeat tarts. My grandmother used to make those.
The tart could probably just be the type of dough that you're using, and that would
It might be. It might just be like a
flaky filled pastry.
yeah,
sort of
just
thing,
any
sort of-
flaky pastry with a filling kind of a thing.
Who
Because like
knows,
that,
dude? We're
I've
not
never
chefs.
experienced anything like that.
Yeah, dude, but like butter tarts, they're everywhere. Everybody likes butter tarts up here.
According to Oxford Dictionary, tart is defined as an open pastry case containing a filling.
Aha, so what you know as a tart isn't even a tart then, Sean.
Correct. what I grew up as a tart is not. It's just some weird little like look at it. It's basically like a fucking empanada for dessert with like pie crust instead of good empanada dough.
Or it's like a turnover.
Yeah, it kind of. It's very much kind of like a turnover.
My dad used to love date turnovers, bro. Loved them.
Can't say I've ever eaten dates.
No? You never had like date
I never had a
bars
date either.
or anything like that?
No.
I've had like fig bars, but I've never had a date.
Yeah, I've had fig bars for sure.
Yeah, figs are like brown, dates are black.
Dude, I'll fuck up a fucking thing of Fig Newtons right now, dude.
This shit just looks like giant raisins.
Yeah, what, dates?
Yeah.
Dude, they
That's kinda
basically
what they
are. They're giant fucking raisins, bro. But they're like 10 times the size of a raisin.
Dude.
And it's a different kind of fruit than a grape, too, but
Yeah, but like, it just look like giant raisins. That probably slaps.
No, okay.
I've heard they're delicious.
There's a chance that you would like date squares or like a date turnover. I don't love them, but they're not bad. They're just like, for me.
Hey, I fucks with all the dried fruit, really. Like, it's a good way for me to get an intake of fruit and all the stuff that comes with it. Because, like, I'm way less likely to go buy fresh fruit and remember to, you know, grab it while it's at its peak and do what I gotta do, cut it, whatever, break it down so I can eat it. But, man, a bag of dried fruit, it's just as easy to eat as a bag of candy, and it's way better for me. So, like, it's good to, like, I'll just keep a bag of,
I should
dried
start
fruit
doing
around.
that. Get, like, some sort of dried fruits that I like and shit.
Just get like a good solid trail mix that has dried fruit and nuts, so that gives you some protein, some like good sugars, and some good fats.
Here's the thing: I'm kind of picky when it comes to the nuts that I will eat. I'm only really a peanut guy and maybe almonds.
No cashews?
I don't like cashews. Don't like macadamias. Don't like walnuts. Don't like pecans.
Oh,
really?
I'll take your cashews and
don't like hazelnuts.
I'll take your macaroon. I'll take your. I guess I'll take your hazelnuts too for you.
Nah, I don't really like that.
I like raw hazelnut
nuts,
way more
dude.
than hazelnut flavored stuff.
Nah, see, I don't even really like either one, but like I would rather have the flavored stuff like Nutella or something like that.
I don't even like the hazelnut flavored things. It's even worse.
I
like Nutella, but I don't love
Nutella's
it.
not very hazelnutty though, so.
No, but it's there. It's
there, but
right?
it's
there enough to where I won't like it.
It's
and I love chocolate, bro.
It's like the chocolate they use is delicious, and like that little hint of hazelnut is not the like, ew, hazelnut coffee, hazelnut. You know what I mean? is a way more natural hazelnut flavor than coffee hazelnut or hazelnut candies kind of a flavor.
I just thought about it. My trail mix are like the trail mixes that I like are pretty boring. Like they usually consist of like 3 to 4 things. They'll be like peanuts, like some sort of M&M variation, raisins, and possibly like an almond, or that's about it. I get the pretty generic. Or it'll be the one where they throw cashews in there and I just try to fucking eat around them and then end up with just a bag of cashews at the end.
Yeah, I'll basically eat everything in a trail mix.
There's a spot, gas station up the street, and when I want trail mix, I'll go grab these little packs that they sell. It's like $5 for this like good sized pack. And like one of the ones they do is this s'mores inspired one. And so like you've got your peanuts, and I think there might be cashews in it, but I can't remember. And then they've got little mini marshmallows and chocolate chips, and then these little like graham bits. Actually, pretty fucking fire. Not a bad trail mix.
That honestly sounds like it could be good because it's not like trying to act like it's a s'more. It's just like, you got all the ingredients in here to make a s'more. So, like, if you put all of them in your mouth, it's probably going to taste pretty similar to it. Because we've had this conversation about s'more flavored things, and I don't like that. But something like that, I'd be more into. Because, like, it's actually, you have all 3 of the things. I could see it being way more closer to what I expect.
It's kind of cool, too, right? Because, like, obviously,
I don't know
the bag of trail mix, you don't always get, like, the full blend, right? So, like, I just reach and grab a handful, and I might have, like, 4 or 5 chocolate chips, a couple marshmallows, and a whole bunch of nuts in the hand. And, like, you just kind of start popping those little bitches in your face, and you're like, all right, that's good. You know?
Whole bunch of nuts.
Whole bunch of nuts in my hand. I said it.
It was just the way you said it that made me laugh, dude, because then I thought about it.
Well, because, like, I said it, and as it was coming out, I was like, it's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late. You're done. You just got to say it now. Commit.
Because, dude, when I was saying something, when I said there's not a whole bunch of nuts that I will eat or whatever, I was like, I thought about it so hard of how to word it without it coming out wrong.
When it comes to stuff like that, I watched somebody on a YouTube video a while back have a moment like that. He was talking about the whole series of PSP from, Sony PSP, the old handheld situation. And he's like, somewhere along the line, it lost its PSP-ness. And then they kept it. They were like, you just watch it wash over him, and he's like, it's too late. Yeah. I have to commit now. Like, yep, that's right.
I don't think Chris caught what happened.
I didn't before. I just heard the last part, and I'm like, how? What?
Yeah. Somewhere along the lines, the Sony PSP just lost its PSP-ness.
Oh.
I was just looking down at Chris, and I could just see him like looking like super puzzled. Like, wait, I don't get it.
That's how it lost his penis, and I was like, what? Like, how did we get here? Like, what?
With a whole lot of nuts in the hand.
That's right, with a whole lot of nuts in the hand. That's how we got here. I miss my buddy Wise. He used to love just randomly, right? You'd be at like a show, because obviously he was my partner. We used to rap together. We'd be at a show, and right as the music got quiet, he'd just suddenly be like, I told you, man, I only wear women's underwear on Sundays. And if that didn't get a bar to laugh, I don't know what will.
Yeah, I'll definitely get a
fucking bar to laugh like that. Like, Oh man, I love that kid. He was an animal. He was an absolute animal, like no other. You can still actually find some of our old music from one of the projects he did with our homie Bobby Dizzo. It's out on Spotify. It's called The Forgotten Ones. And dude, if you ever listen to Bobby Dizzo rap, you're not going to understand why he chose to rap. You're going to be like, what? Like, he was a very, like, ODB inspired. And went very avant-garde, if you will. Almost Big Body Best style. Where, like, at times he's not even rapping anymore. Like, there's no melody, there's no rhythm. He's just kind of, like, talking about stuff.
Oh, speaking of which, just because you brought up Big Body Best, it reminds me of Action Bronson. I watched the episode of Fuck That's Delicious the other day, and it was obviously Action, and they had one of my new favorite like comedians right now, Stavros Halkias on. And dude, the pairing of them two together is pretty fucking hilarious.
Action's just a goddamn hysterical man. Then you can have a good
then
comedian.
Well, it was just their banter back and forth, and then Mayhem showed up at the end. So of course they got banter with him, bro. If you don't keep up with the Fuck That's Delicious series on YouTube now, because Action just does it on his YouTube channel. There's some pretty decent gems on there, dude.
Oh yeah, he just had a 2-part with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, like he did like a gym workout, and then they went and got some barbecue.
Like he's
Egyptian barbecue at that. Looks pretty good.
Egyptian.
He be killing it, man. Like
it was this guy that brought like the Egyptian flavors to like the Texas barbecue. You know.
Okay.
What's dope is that after Action got a taste of like how to produce his own content like that, he just like kept going and like likely hired a lot of the same people independently and produces all this new content on YouTube. So like there's a whole like cooking series that he does where like you're literally in a studio kitchen with like random people cooking food for them. Like this one, like he's hanging out with Jelly Roll, shooting the shit with Jelly Roll, cooking food.
I think that's still Fuck That's Delicious. It's just sometimes they either go to a place or they'll bring a chef into like this fucking studio kitchen and then like they'll fucking cook. Because that's what happened with the one I just watched. It was Fuck That's Delicious, and they were in the same exact kitchen that they were in when Jelly Roll was there, when they were just fucking chefing up some Mexican inspired dishes.
There goes the vacuum. Get that away from the microphone.
Oh, getting it going.
Yep. It said, the pressure's dropping. Time to reseal and get our vacuum pull again so we keep it airtight. That thing is brilliant. Again, I've plugged it a million times. I'm not sponsored. I just am thoroughly shocked by how good it is for a new grower who has yet to get their bearings on this whole process. Like, that makes curing a lot easier to deal with. Like, right now, as we record this, my latest harvest is on 11 days in the cure. It's that easy. We're at a perfect humidity and temperature levels.
Love it.
We're off to a good start. I'm so excited. Like, by the time this goes out, that'll be another 2 weeks from now. So yeah, this thing will be nearing a month by the time the listeners get to hear this.
Yeah, it'll be close to Thanksgiving for you guys, I would assume.
So when he's sneaking a bud?
Oh, not at least till we get past 30 days.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Like, right now, dude, it shit still smells like hay. So,
no, I'm just kidding, dude. Because my buddy, dude, he'd get this hair up his butt sometimes because you just want to see like how strong his shit was. So like he'd take buds out from like the rest of the cure, and he'd just like do what he'd call fast dry or fast cure. I don't remember exactly what the process was, but he'd do that, and like obviously it wouldn't be as good as it would be when it finally was done, but like you'd get like an idea of where it might end up. And it's like, dude, you crack me up. There'd be one guy that just couldn't wait for it to fucking fully go through the grow, and you'd chop it down before it was ready all the time too. And that was unfortunate because his plants would look so fucking good, dude. And be like, dude, if you just let them go a little bit longer, those nuggets would be so much thicker, denser, and probably be so much fucking better.
I'll say this. I definitely got very good nutrient uptake on this plant. I don't know if it'll show on the camera for those who get to watch, but like you can actually
look at that
see,
vein,
like,
dude.
Yeah, like
sucking it up like a straw, baby.
Yeah, drinking in it. So, and that was not a top bud. That was a top bud of a branch, not the like top cola. So like that's a start. Like that tells me I'm doing something right now because my last batch didn't do that. They definitely didn't drink this way. I mean, these new ones, they're big girls. Like I had to lollipop a bit because I need these to be better than just meh. And they got tall in the time that these ones were flowering. Because these are the clones of these plants that I have in flower now. And like, in the time it took for these to reach harvest, obviously the pot is I think it's a 1.5 gallon pot, but Florida top, we're pushing 5.5 feet on the tallest one. Like,
not bad, dude.
Yeah, they grew tall as hell. And like, I'm like, damn, I need y'all to stay a little bit shorter. So we're going to start trimming for that. Much sooner now.
Yeah, I'd say do that, dude. And then worst comes to worst, just start fucking letting them fucking bush out instead of fucking go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think I did much topping on these clones. I was spending so much time taking care of the ones that were in flower that I don't think I did much topping on these. So they got plenty tall, plenty quick. Which, it's all right. Like I said,
hey,
lollipop a bit,
time, bro.
Lollipop a bit. That way they can focus their energy on
dude,
those
not only
top
that,
buds
just think about once you do that, bro, you're going to create a couple new bud sites, which is going to eventually create a couple new fat colas, baby.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're reaching that point now where like we're just getting little bits of bud on them, so it's like, all right, now we want to start getting in there and start pulling off the last of those fan leaves and making it just focus on the nuggies now.
Get all the real biggins out there.
Yep. Get the last of those out.
Pretty much strip the fucking bottom of the plant, so whatever's there at the bottom gets some little light ski. Yeah,
that's it. I got all that trimmed out. It's just still I left a few big fans.
How many branches do you keep on your plant, Sean?
So in this one, because they're this tall, I think I've got maybe 4 going each side. Because they got tall, so I lopped a few off the bottom.
I'd say like 8 to 10. 10's kind of like a lot.
We're talking 4 one side, 4 another.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good spread, dude. Because then you have enough space for the air to move through. You still got fucking enough room for light. But then, of course, you can leave all the smaller leaves in there to kind of add a little bit of space for, that little bit of movement and stuff that makes them real happy and excited. You know what I'm saying? When they start dancing around and start reaching up towards the sky, dude. Oh,
everybody's braced
out
on
happy.
either side too, so that way they could just really grab something and stretch.
Yeah.
They're this one is.
Do you throw
hopefully,
like a solid fucking bamboo stake through them? Just fucking keep them fucking.
Yeah, it's literally 2 bamboo stakes, one on either side, so that way each arm gets room to stretch out.
Yeah, dude.
Has something to grab onto, get a little bit of hold. I didn't know you could buy twist tie in a roll like this.
Oh yeah, dude. That shit.
Oh, you didn't know that? Oh,
Bro,
there you go.
Like when I bought that shit a while back, I was like, this is a game changer for a lot of my plants, not just my weed plants, but
for anything, dude.
For anything,
wire,
dude. It's not
wire
even
management.
plants.
like this guy right here, loving it.
Just think about fucking wire management too, Sean. Just fucking twist tie shit instead of fucking zip tying it, and it's way easier to fucking take apart when you need to get to wires and shit.
Well, I don't really hate to admit this, but I had the bougie wire management shit that I got for free, but I'm proud to use it.
Are they like the Velcro straps?
Yeah, they're like the really nice Velcro ones and stuff. I think this is actually still using one right now for the time being. This big plant.
I had a few of them for a couple that came with a couple cables and shit, but if you're on the cheap.
I got them for free because they were getting rid of a bunch of old computers, like actual desktop PCs at my wife's work, but when she worked at the T-Mobile. So they had like a stack like this, and she brought it home and was like, we figured you could use those. I was like, fuck yeah, I can. I mean,
the cool thing about
that's what's holding my mic cable right here, and there's another one down here that allows me just enough play that we're good.
The cool thing about the twist ties, though, if you're on a budget or whatever, you could do that, and then you could also use them to hook on to fucking things to hang wires and shit too, because you'd always just bend the ends of them.
The real sick thing about having the roll that you could just trim any size you want is that
you get whatever length you need.
When I was starting out, before I even knew I could get some shit like that, I was literally just. We'd finish off bread. I'd save the bread tie. That was it. I'd save the bread tie, and then I'd be like, all right, now I need to tie up these plants. I'd just go grab a couple bread ties and.
Dude, it's always the worst when that goes missing or the little clip. I hate the clips, bro, because they'll either break or you fucking pop it off to open the bread and then it fucking just disappears.
Dude, I don't know if you guys get these now, but almost all bread ties are cardboard now. Like the little square things with the little hole out of it.
No, ours are still plastic.
Not in America.
Yeah, dude, they're starting to be that, and they fucking suck.
Dude, do they break?
Because I keep my bread in the freezer, so freezer is a little bit more humid and shit.
You buy a couple loaves and then just throw an extra one in the
because it'll be 2 for $4. I'll be get them,
catch it on a deal.
And dude, and they suck.
By the time it comes out, it's just all soggy.
Yeah, it's brutal.
That's rough.
Dude, wet cardboard.
Okay, can I just say one thing though? I'm over it already. The fucking, if you're out to dinner, fast food or sit down, get in fucking paper straws. I'm so against some places, dude, you go to and they'll give you wooden forks for a fucking fries and gravy, and I'm like, this is fucking trash. I'm sorry. I'm a responsible person. You give me the opportunity to recycle them, I will. Give me plastic shit. I'll do the right thing. You know what I mean? What do I have to do? Keep in my car proper silverware so I can fucking eat a meal properly and not have to use a stupid fucking spoon, a spork made of wood. Get the fuck out of here.
We'll get you, Chris. We'll get you a utility knife that will not only have a knife, but it'll also have a spoon and fork. So everywhere you go.
Apparently that's what I need because That shit drives me crazy.
Like a little hunting, like a little camping set that you could just take with you everywhere you go. Dude, no, I agree with you. I haven't experienced the wood cutlery yet, which would be interesting. But dude, paper straws or the cardboard straws. Whoever thought that was a fucking good idea, you're a fucking idiot. Because not only do they get fucking soggy and stuff if you let them sit in your drink, you know, because there's times where I don't necessarily fucking pound a drink right away, and it'll take me, you know, maybe a couple hours to fucking drink, you know, a drink or whatever. And by the end of it, it's just like, it's terrible. And not only that, but it makes your drink taste like fucking cardboard.
Yeah. It's like you're lapping it off of like a fucking paper on the floor.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's like you're drinking it out of a cardboard box.
Yeah, dude,
not the like good juice box cardboard box.
An unlined cardboard box.
Because at least they have like a wax coating on the inside to where you can't taste the cardboard.
I mean, realistically, simple grade school science would say a lot of beverages are acidic. Paper is not going to stand up to the high acid content of a lot of those beverages. So it's breaking down from the acid and getting soggy because it's wet and it's not water resistant. It literally makes no sense, except for once that happened, what also happened? A reusable straw market budded.
That is true, dude. Did you remember that when the craze popped off and everybody started fucking walking around with their own fucking straws?
Yeah. Like aluminum, glass, like your own personal reusable straw.
Dude,
like,
we have a drawer full of like plastic reusable straws that my mom ended up buying because of the paper straw situation.
Yeah, dude, the paper, I can't ever get over the paper straws.
I can't either, dude. It's terrible. Horrible. Don't like it.
Like
the only time I've ever, now I'm thinking about it just because I can't get the thought of wood cutlery out of my head. The only time I've eaten off of like a wood sort of situation is, remember back in the day when you used to get like an ice cream cup from like the ice cream man or whatever, and it would come with like the little wood scraper, and it wasn't even like a spoon, it was just flat. But like, I remember that, dude. It just honestly, dude, now it just makes me think of a popsicle stick.
Like fries from like a chip truck or somewhere where you had like this little. It was like a popsicle stick, but it was like fatter, and it had like 2 points, like vampire teeth.
Yeah, it's like, cocktail fork.
No.
Okay. A wooden cocktail fork, yeah.
Dude, you used to like go to like certain chip trucks, and that's how they'd be like, yeah, and they just jam that on top of your fries.
No, because out here we eat our fries like men with our hands. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, that was great.
I found this place that serves like the sloppiest fries, bro. They sell like
No, with that, dude, they usually just give you like the prepackaged, you know, plastic fork napkin situation in majority spots.
Yeah, I feel like I got a plastic fork from that place. I was only there once. Liz and I went there. They had like they had fucking a bunch of different kinds of fries, like poutines, basically. There's like a poutine, there's like a fries with the works, which is like hamburger, onion, and peas, and gravy. And then they had like a taco one that had like taco meat, sour cream, salsa, cheese sauce. They'd like, there's probably a handful of other specialty ones.
I'm down for some loaded fries.
Whenever you come out here, bro, I'm going to take you to get some carne asada fries, bro.
Oh, yeah, no, I want to get those.
Do you like guacamole?
Do I like what?
Guacamole?
No. I don't like guacamole.
That's big ingredient in the carne asada fries, so.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, dude, because it's like topped with, because it's pretty much like a bed of fries with your carne asada meat, just fucking alt covered it, and then they fucking cover that with half guacamole, half sour cream, and then cheese on top of that.
I'll just do all sour cream.
Oh, dude, you're missing
or just half, whatever. I'll fuck
Honestly,
with cheese fries, bro.
personally, like one, oh, I don't know, you might eat a whole one by yourself. It's been a while since I've been able to do it. 'Cause it's literally like a whole to go thing, just filled with fry, like like the styrofoam, like
Yeah, like
the
the big
whole,
styrofoam ones.
yeah, the whole bottom of that thing filled with. I mean, it's full, bro.
Like,
Like
if you watch Beard Meats Food, you know the fries are the hardest part.
They're so good though, dude.
Like, you could crush that steak, no problem, but then
Fuck,
you're left with this
I want those
basket
right
of fries.
now,
And
dude. Or take it a step further, Chris, and you just say fuck the fries. Let me just put that shit in a burrito and just get a carne asada burrito, bro.
let's go. I like the sound of that.
Dude,
But
I'm down with whatever.
But out here we call them the Cali burrito because that's when you throw the French fries in that bitch and take it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? Little papas fritas in there, man. That's French fries in Spanish. If I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Got a spot out here that does a loaded fry that they put a whole chopped up chicken tender, their version of like mac sauce, and I can't remember. I think it's like cheese and something else is on there, and it is strangely delicious.
You just reminded me of something, Sean. Have you tried the chicken mac yet?
I have not. I've been meaning to get over to a McDonald's and get one. Because I've asked people who've tried it, and they're all like, yeah, it's like the premium chicken. It's not the shit like cheap chicken.
But it's like fried, though, right? It's like a fried chicken, like a fried.
Yeah, I've not tried it, but to me, it doesn't look like it's just a junior chicken.
Yeah, it's not like the McChicken patty. It's like an actual, like when they do a premium fried chicken sandwich.
Like a fried chicken cutlet.
Yeah, like it's actually like real chicken, it looks like. So I'm actually down to go try it. Now that I've talked to people who have had it. I mean, basically, it's exactly what you're going to expect it to be. It's chicken Big Mac. Like, it's exactly what you think it's going to taste like.
Yeah, I'm just interested because I've never even thought about swapping out the beef for chicken.
I would probably fuck with one chicken patty and one beef patty.
Yeah, we used to do the chicken mac.
Well, that's just pretty much making yourself a McGangbang there, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
just
definitely
with the mac sauce instead of whatever else. Dude,
we used to buy the Big Mac and the McChicken, and we would turn the McChicken into just like a little like burger with mayo and lettuce, and we'd take the chicken patty and put it in place of one of the patties of the Big Mac, and we'd go that
I used
route.
to do that all the time, but dude, it'd be the only time I'd go to Wendy's, and it's just because like it was next to my buddy's house, and it was like his favorite place to go to. But we'd go there and we get and that night, and I do enjoy Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich.
Yo, this ghost pepper chicken sandwich is
I'm
delicious.
out on that, but like their standard spicy chicken, dude. But you get one of those and then a junior bacon, and you fucking put those together, bro. Pretty fire.
Oh, I believe that. I used to get like a spicy chicken. You used to be able to add a hamburger patty for 99¢. So I'd get like a spicy chicken and then add a hamburger patty. It was honestly hilarious. It tasted good, first of all, but part of the fun of it was ordering it and then being like, what?
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, I want like the extra patty on there. Like a beef, they're like, the beef patty? It's like, yeah, the beef patty. Put it on the spicy chicken. Let's go. What the hell?
I mean, I'm just saying, from a perspective of macros, that's a great hit of protein right there.
It's also fire.
You're probably getting like 16, 12, I'd say 12 to high end 20% or 20 grams of protein probably out of your burger, and then probably another 30 or so out of your chicken. Like, that's a killer amount of protein. It's the buns that are so bad for you.
We all must have been real hungry before recording this episode because all we've talked about this entire episode is food.
Pretty much. I've said it before, Shedtime Podcast is definitely your spot for snack talks.
That's for sure, dude. We started right off the rip with some Mountain Dew talk that led us here.
We made fucking a homemade mac and cheese this evening, like just before the show. So I gotta
My
say,
dad,
smoked Gouda, smoked provolone. What a combo in a mac and cheese.
speaking of smoked, my dad smoked a couple racks of ribs last night.
Oh, damn.
Pretty good, dude. It was crazy because I pull up in the driveway after I get home from work yesterday, and I just see this smoke billowing from the front of the fucking RV because I couldn't see what was like in front of it. I just see this fucking smoke coming. I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" I would jump out of my car and like fucking run around and take a look, and it's just the fucking little flap on the smokers just fucking going, and it's just fucking billowing, dude. And I was just like, "Holy fuck, dude!" I thought the whole house was burning down. No, just some fucking ribs, just getting smoked up.
I did 0 smoking this season. I'm disappointed in that, but I did a lot of.
I ain't done any smoking either, but I've done a lot of vaping, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I didn't smoke any brisket, any pork. I didn't smoke nothing this year. A little disappointed, but I learned some great shit. So I'm glad that I learned the shit I did and perfected some other skills. But man, I miss getting some good smoked meat going.
I want to go to like a legit like barbecue oriented spot and just get like a couple different like cuts of some shit, you know what I mean? And just get down on some like legit barbecue, you know what I mean?
When I was in
Where it's like
Texas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the last time I went and did that, we went to the spot in Houston. I forgot what it was called. I can't remember. But it was one of those situations where you get in line and it's just like you go by all the different spots and you're like, oh, let me get some of that. Let me get some of that. Let me get some of that. Let me get a side of that, a side of that. And you walk through and then all of a sudden you come out at the end and you've got this tray with fucking 4 to 5 different kind of cuts of fucking meat. Like fucking mac and cheese, your coleslaws, or whatever fucking other sides you could think of. And you're just like, there's no way I'm going to eat all this. And then you just start fucking mowing it down. And then you get towards the end. And of course, there's a little bit left over, but you do still end up eating way more than you thought. And you're just like sitting there with the fucking barbecue sweats. And you're just like, oh, dude, this is so good.
Have you ever been to Brazilian Grill?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I haven't even gone to a Korean barbecue either.
I've never done the Korean barbecue myself, but I'll tell you,
I hear it's fire.
That Brazilian grill, that whole like, I'm here with a sort of meat. Would you like some? Like, it's just
and you just
amazing.
got the little flag, green or red flag. Or green means go, red means no. It's just they just keep fucking bringing it by.
There's you can do takeout too, which is a weird experience. I've done it once with the boys for lunch at work because like you walk up to the counter with your takeout container. You've already picked your sides and stuff, and it's just like, I'll take some steak, and he just starts cutting off some steak for you. It's like, all right, now I'll take some pork. All right, he starts cutting off some pork. You know, I'll take some of the sausage. And you just keep going, and it's like, oh, this is so good. And then you just weigh your plate, and you're like, okay, you got 1 pound and 4 ounces. It's gonna be this much money.
That's pretty much what it was like at the barbecue spot that we went to. It's pretty fire.
I actually remember the first time I went to a place like that, and they just had the scale like a butcher shop would have, and they were using like butcher paper, and they just like had it, and they basically like have all the meat down just over to their left, and they like grab it, hold this thing underneath it, plate it on top of the weigh scale, and then you'd be like, oh yeah, I want some brisket. Then they grab some brisket, move it, pull pork, they move it, and it'd all just be like wrapped up in this fucking like little fucking hand wrapped butcher paper shit. I remember thinking like, that's actually really cool, because then we like went to this picnic table that was on the outsides, and you just sit down, open it up, and you get your fucking plate.
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually pretty smart.
That was how the spot was that I went to in Texas when I was out there. And yeah, it was just like,
Dude,
I remember it being huge. Just like multiple stalls to serve people with their own separate lines. And similar to like what you're saying, Chris, like they had some covered seating and they just had like picnic tables outside too. And you could just go off to the picnic tables and open up your tray of, or your fucking paper of meat. Like, we get barbecue places up here, but it ain't like that. Like, they still try to, like, contemporize it. Because, obviously, I mean, I guess you can't operate that cool of an operation as efficiently up here when the winter happens, you know?
Yeah, that would definitely be more seasonal or whatever. But dude, fuck, I want barbecue now so bad. I just want food, bro, because I'm thinking about all kinds of different other things that I could go for right now.
After talking about those fries, I definitely want to hit Tasty, fucking Patty Shack and get the fucking fries and the fucking burgers from them. Ugh.
Patty Shack.
Yeah, so the Patty Shack is dope because the Patty Shack, strangely enough, is owned and operated by the same people who run the local Brazilian grill that's right across the street. So something they do on their menu that you don't find in a lot of places is a picanha burger. And so picanha is like this nice cut that's almost it's basically sirloin with a fat cap, and they use that to make their burger meat. So you're getting like an 80-20 or better slightly blend of a sirloin, which is not normal, and it's fucking delicious. And they just top it with pretty much everything they can find in the kitchen, and it's insane. If I remember correctly, it's got like the special sauce. It's got like chicken, onion rings or onion straws or some shit like that. Like, it's got like all sorts of wild shit.
I could go for a specialty kind of burger too, like something different from the usual, you know, mainstream burger that I've been getting. You know what I mean? Something like slightly different, like maybe like a really good Western burger of sorts, or, you know, even like maybe a bison burger, or, you know, something along those lines. Go a little exotic. Yeah, dude, that would be fire. I could just go for food, bro. I keep saying that, dude, because I'm just hungry as shit.
Well, lucky for you, we are reaching the end of our time. So,
God damn it.
You're going to be able to actually go get some food here very shortly. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the show. Our time is running out. And you know what we do at this point in the show? I pass it over to Uncle Chris to start bringing us home.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you. Of course, you can check us out Friday nights on Frames Janko Vapors YouTube channel for the Green Room, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's when we start. You can go to shedtimepodcast.com, check out all the stuff there. You can listen to us there. You can find places that you can stream us and leave us reviews on. You can check out our Patreon. And I think that's it for me. So everybody be safe. Have a good week. Live your best life. Frames.
As always, shout outs to all the Shedheads for all your guys' continuous support. Greatly appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys are leaving those 5-star reviews. As always, Chris pretty much told you all the links for everything over there at the podcast website, shedtimepodcast.com. Check out the Green Room, all that good stuff. Other than that, we'll be here in the shed doing what we always do. So I'm going to end it as I always do, sending out all those positive vibes. Chris by fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them. And as always, a little bag or dab will do ya.
Absolutely. And so once again, friends, shedtimepodcast.com has everything. Links to Patreon, links to the show, and of course links to the merch shop if you want to get yourself some Shed Time swag and, you know, rep that Shed Time too. So with all that, I'll tell you, don't let the best get you down, be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun. It's the Shed Time Podcast, and it's time to roll on up and roll on out.
Yeah, I need to get a Shed Time beanie.
Yeah, I need to see if we designed one. If I haven't, I'll get on that. It's time. It's beanie season.
That time of the year, dude.
Yeah.